y'all.
Oh, yeah. Don't that sound good? Well, this song goes out to anybody.
Let's go.
Somebody that might want to hold on to. Somebody that they go home to at night. See, that's what I call a good thing.
There we go. Come on.
See, I don't want to lose. Listen, I used to hang out every night, running around in the club.
Let's go, y'all. Come on.
I thought I had everything. I thought I never needed love. That's when God sent His angel.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 21 of the Blue Table Talk Men. I'm your host, Dr. Drsims. My co-host will be here in a few moments. Hey, Tamiko. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. Y'all hit that screen, tap that screen. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Let's go, everybody. Great day, great day. Me too. Me too.
You know I'm out on the road, doing my music, man. She know the temptation, she know I'm only just a man. But see, I try to make the right decision.
All right, Susan.
Some women have their own intention. Oh, yeah. And you will be surprised what some people might do when they really want your attention. But I found me a good thing.
Y'all come on, share this with your followership. We're going to have a great discussion tonight.
But I can't come through the day. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waits. I don't wanna be fooled. I got a good thing going on. I got a good thing. I ain't trying to lose. Can't stay too long.
Well, good evening, everybody. Where's everybody chiming in from? We're in Southeast Georgia. Hope everybody did all right through Hurricane Ian last weekend. The sun was shining this past weekend. I had to do a homegoing celebration, and the sun was shining in Dothan, Alabama, and we celebrated one of the mothers of my church, and we had an amazing time. Good evening. I'm Dr. Sims, host of the Blue Table Talk for Men. My co-hosts are on their way. One of my co-hosts, he's on an extended shift this evening, so he's ending his shift right at 8 o'clock, and he'll be chiming in. Okay, what's up, Mr. B? Mr. B. Ralph, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. All the way to Tampa, Florida. Love Tampa, Florida. Love Ybor City. Do you live close to Ybor City? One of my clients lives in Tampa. Love Tampa, Florida. Hope you guys are doing all right. Tampa was able to play their game against the Packers this weekend, and so that was thumbs up. They thought they may have had to go to Miami, but they were able to play their home game there in their home stadium, in Ray James Stadium, you know. And so, good evening, everybody. Get those notebooks ready. Get those notebooks ready. What's up, One Purpose? Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody is doing all right. Make sure you tap that screen. Make sure you share this with your followership. What makes a woman a wife? And I had a couple that I coached this morning, and we had a phenomenal conversation. And they were so encouraged after our conversation. Oh, man, when a man loves a woman, when a woman loves a man, it's nothing in the world like it. Amen. And so I hope everybody is doing all right. Hey, LaVon Ward, how you doing? What's up, Leafers? What's up, Barbie? Good evening, everybody. I'm trying to say good evening, everybody. I'm going to just say good evening, everybody. That way I'll get everybody. Make sure you tap that screen. I have my... Listen. And we'll start the conversation with this evening. We got about 5 minutes before we actually start. A preliminary comment I want to make is that Hey, Levon. A preliminary conversation started that I want to make tonight to launch into our conversation, what makes a woman a wife. And I said it last week. One of the things we said last week, you got to know what you want. And this, the universe works so much like everything else in our life. You have to be very definitive about what you want. You cannot have one thing and try to call it something that is not. Does that make any sense? Because a lot of people want to feel, and we talked about this last week, they want people, the world feeling sorry for Neil Long, but did Neil Long, and I mean Udoka, what exactly did they want? What's up, Mr. E? What's up, Merv? How you doing, Merv 40? Okay, so you have to know before we get into this discussion tonight, what makes a woman a wife. You gentlemen, you have to know what you want and express that to the person that you're dealing with. The danger that we face and the game we try to play is that I know you want a relationship. So I dangle that carrot in front of you. All the while, I'm not wanting a relationship. So I'm getting what I want. I don't want a relationship, but I'm dangling that relationship carrot. And women are just nipping at it. They're nipping at it. They're nipping at it. So to be fair to all parties, let's know what we want going in. Okay, so we waiting on my co-host, and I could not wait to get here tonight. We're gonna have a great conversation tonight. We're gonna field questions from the men. Um, okay, amen, Mr. B, amen. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully you didn't sustain much damage. What's up, Jason Talk Sports? Man, what you feeling about my Cowboys? Let me ask you, should we stay with Cooper Rush? Just ride him until he hits a hard spot and then bring Dak in? I would like for you to do a TikTok on that. But tonight we're talking about what makes a woman a wife. And what we said so powerful last week, every woman is not your wife. Every woman is not your wife. Every woman is not your wife. So, gentlemen, what I get the men to do, let me look my hand over my relationships. And now it's time for me to get serious. And a great place to start with what makes a woman a wife. Let's look at our mothers. Let's look at mom and them. My mama is a phenomenal woman. We talk every day. Many men. That's the only woman that's going to love you unconditionally. Come on in here, Rory. Come on, Rory. See, hello, CC. Hello. There he is.
All right, let me get situated.
Come on, get situated. One of my co-hosts tonight, Rory the Storm. What's up, man?
What's going on, my brother? There we go. Let's shed a little light on the situation here.
That's what I'm talking about, man. How you doing, man? What's up, Leslie from Detroit? Again, good evening, everybody. And Rory and I did a pre-show today, and we told everybody, tell everybody you know, get into the Blue Table Talk for Men at
Get
8
into it.
p.m. tonight. We hyped it up today and told everybody get here by snail mail, by horse, buggy, dune buggy, speed car, train, airplane, however you could get here tonight. Get here tonight.
Right.
Rory, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready to get this thing going. I am ready.
Woo! Woo! You know, and the first thing out the gate, kind of lathering everybody up, Rory, and we kind of touched on it last week. Right out of the gate, you need to know what you want.
Yes. Yes.
Coming
Yes.
right out of the gate. You got to know what you want, because a lot of times what men sometimes do, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, what a
Mhm.
lot of men do is dangle that relationship carrot out there.
Yes,
And a
sir.
lot of women nip on it. And
Uh,
and he does not want to be committed. But when a man finally wants to settle down, there's some things he's looking for in a
mhm.
woman. Come on, whether it's fair or not, these are some things we're looking for in a woman when we're ready to settle down.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
when
sir.
we ready to hang up our Playboy shoes, when we ready to play hang up the pimp suit. Oh, come on, somebody. When we're ready to trade in the keys to the Cadillac
Yes, sir.
for an SUV.
For a minivan.
Yeah, but once you get the minivan, it's a wrap.
It's a Rapsky for real. Yeah, you get that minivan, that screams I'm off the market.
And so, what is sometimes men are really hesitant to really take that plunge into commitment. So why do we hesitate a lot of times, Rory?
Fear, fear of
Somebody
commitment,
just said that.
fear of commitment, ego. We like to think that we still got it and we want to keep it until we're old and gray. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Ain't that the truth? And that's right. Fear of getting hurt. Yes.
fear
But
of getting
no,
fear of getting
Freddie, no, Freddie, no. But again, a player or not, we're not assuming that. We're not assuming that player or not. But as Rory is saying, a lot of times our ego tells us, I'm a hold out because I don't want to get tied down. I want to keep my options open. So
Mhm.
it's not saying every man is a player, but we like to keep our options open.
Right? We like to keep whatever options those may be. We try to keep our options open, and in the meantime, between time, we miss out on a whole lot of good ones. And then you get to be 50 years old and you're kicking yourself. Man, where did the time go?
But
They
Doc,
reminisce.
Doc, is 2022 almost over?
Yeah, yeah. It's about to be 2023. And some of us are still trying to keep our jerseys on. For the players, they're trying to keep the jerseys on.
Yeah. Well, they trying to. We're gonna call it the Tom Brady effect. Let's
uh uh-huh.
the Tom Brady effect. And I sent that, and I know that's rich people's problem. And both him and Gazelle have retained divorce lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
But the same mentality Tom Brady has in football, a lot of men are trying to run and play the field as long as they can,
Mm-hmm.
because like you said, it's an adrenaline rush when you get a woman's attention, it's an adrenaline rush. We gonna get to the meat of the matter in a moment, but we gotta set the table tonight. Am I right, Rory?
You are exactly. That's why we here tonight. Women don't understand the power they have over men. Just the mere acknowledgement. And some of these guys might say I'm simping or whatever else, or I'm pandering. No, I'm not. Just the mere acknowledgement of a woman can change the course of your day. I don't know how many times I've woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and I'll go to a job or whatever, it's hey, how are you doing today? Oh, don't you look nice today? I really like your socks. Man, I perk up. I want to do a better job. Okay, Freddie Chico show. I'm gonna go ahead and get you together real quick. Listen, this is a safe space for men to talk. If you are going to create a hostile environment, you're going to be dealt with accordingly. You've been warned. Um,
That's right.
where was I at? So yeah, man, women don't understand that just a simple smile, a kind word, can alter. Uh,
Hey, but now I'm gonna ask you this. Now you can you can plead the fifth if you want to. Have you ever been to a strip club?
Never, never in my life. I see no point in them.
I totally agree. But to your
Hmm.
point, the women that are more attentive to their clients
Hmm.
and their
Hmm.
customers make the most money.
They do. They do.
Because to your
Uh-huh.
point, women don't know how
They
powerful
are. Women
their
are.
attention is to us.
Okay, let me go ahead and do this because I ain't gonna do this tonight, Doc. I'm not gonna waste valuable
Thank you.
time.
No, we got a lot to cover tonight. We're playing. We're building a stage. We're setting the table tonight. The blue table talk for men. Listen, let me reset. Let me reset. Why are we here? The blue table talk for men.
Mm-hmm.
And a young man asked this question last week. That's why we opened up Relationship 101. So label your notes, Relationship 101. And the first chapter we're dealing with tonight is what makes a woman a wife. And we're setting the table. And when a man finally decides that he's ready to settle down, what is he looking for? And he's going to go a little contrary to what he's been playing with all these years. All right? He likes those wild women. He loves those women that want to party all the time. Guess who he's going to start looking for when he want to settle down?
Exactly. Somebody said they don't believe I've never been to a strip club. I've never been to a strip club. I don't see any point in it, honestly. If I'm going to get all worked up just to go home, worked up, charged up, and give my money away, I mean, my hair is messed up right now, but look at me. I have a nice smile and I'm handsome.
But I was bringing that data point in because see, I do research. Okay,
No,
and
to me,
come on.
there's no point. Now, I'm not knocking if you do. If that's what you like to do, that's fine. I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. If somebody's going to come and dance for me, there's going to be something else going on after that dancing is over. You know,
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Dance back. you know.
So we men, what are we looking for when it comes to what makes a woman a wife? And I did a coaching session this morning, and we had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful conversation. So Rory, when it comes to what makes a woman a wife, what's in your top 10 list?
In my top 10, somebody that gets me, somebody that can bring me peace, that can read me and say, you know what, my man has had a rough day. He's not his usual chipper self. Let me do something to make him feel a little bit better. I know the world has beat him down all day. He's been in those hot attics all day. He's dealt with goofball customers all day. Let me know. Let me be his peace. Let me be his comfort. Secondly, I don't want somebody that I have to quote unquote rule over. Meet me where I am. Help me run this house. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Come on.
Be my partner for real.
That's right. And we talking, and it's not a competition. I brought that word up this morning. It's not a competition, ladies, men, gentlemen. I'm looking for somebody, as Roy is saying, I'm looking for somebody to compliment me, not to compete with me.
No.
Okay. And the big R word, ladies, and we talked about this in the pre-show. RESPECT. Put that in your notes. The way a man translates love is through a filter called RESPECT. Ladies, y'all cannot take a seat tonight. This Blue Table Talk for men is for men only. But the ladies, y'all can sit on the porch with your Mai Tais and your pen or your Crown and Coke, whatever's in your red cup. Get your notebook and listen. Like Rory always say, we giving you the code. We giving you the code. What's up, Lamar? What's up, boy? What's up, Lamar? Are you calm, Lamar? Have you calmed down? Have you calmed down? He did a TikTok earlier. He was fired up. But Rory, put that in your notes, Miss Lights. Put that in your notes. We compliment. I'm looking for my compliment, not my competition. It's not a competition.
No, never. I'm looking for somebody who can not complete me, but who can compliment me as I compliment them. Somebody who fills the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can excel where I come up short. Somebody who can help propel me and make me a better person as I do for her. We push each other better to be better.
And because in the animal kingdom, Rory, have you ever seen a lion and a lioness fighting over the same piece of meat?
No, not never. You can hold on, Love and Latish. You can comment. You can ask all the questions, please. But what you're gonna get is honest answers, real man answers, not little boys, because these ain't no little boys in this panel, but real man answers. But you can comment and I'll ask all the questions you like. Please, we welcome it. You're just not gonna get in the box.
That's right. You can't get in the box. Okay, tap that screen. If you're tapping, you're napping or taking notes. But tap on that screen. And Rory is our hype man. So every few minutes, he's gonna pause us and say, so we want TikTok to know that great conversation. I just got invited to have a subscription, and we're gonna have a membership. So going forward, once that becomes live, we're gonna have an after party for members only.
Right on. Members only.
We're gonna be bringing some folks together. We're gonna be bringing some folks together. Hey Tia. Oh,
Okay. Latrice Cote. Okay, okay. I'm listening, learning why he's chosen me to be the one he marries, and I understand. And thank you for that. Thank you for being
you
open and
you
honest.
must look. You looking at our notes tonight because love is an act of the will. You're his choice. You're his choice. So something about you must stand out. Come on, somebody.
Let's see. They are really talking like they're in a man cave. We just have a microphone in. This is barber. If you never heard it, this is barbershop talk on steroids. You're getting the inside taste or inside look. You're getting behind the curtain. The masks are off. Okay, you're getting an inside. You're getting all the vulnerability. The egos are set to the side. You're getting all the vulnerability. You're getting all the wisdom. You're getting all the true feelings of a man, of real men.
That's exactly right. It's all about choice. Because okay, I hope you got this in your notes. We know what we want. Respect is huge. Understand me. You have to know me. That's what Rory chimed in. You got to know me. So that's three. We're talking top 10. And this is not in any particular order. Okay. I saw one brother chime in. You got to know how to cook.
If,
We
if
don't want to DoorDash all the time.
if you're going to be a stay-at-home, or if we're going to share that type of responsibility, come with it. Come with it. Now, I know I can cook a little something every now and then. Cool. We might eat the same 4 meals if I'm cooking all the time. So I'm gonna need you to help me out. If you can't cook, tell me. But there's nothing wrong with having preferences and prerequisites. I've heard it all growing up through the 80s and 90s. Oh, I want a man that's tall, dark, and handsome. Okay, cool. That's your preference.
That's your preference. And it's
Nobody.
okay.
But what I can't take is when you bash somebody else. Maybe he isn't as tall. Maybe he isn't as dark. Maybe he isn't as handsome. When you and fellas, I'm coming down your street in a minute. Maybe
That's
he
right.
isn't. Maybe he isn't dark, and maybe he isn't as handsome. You don't need to bash that man. That's just not your preference. You can have your preference without bashing somebody else. Fellas, whether you like white, black, tall, short, skinny, plus size, that's fine. That's your preference. But you don't have to bash the next woman because you like something else. If they're not what you like, okay, cool. You might not be their cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might not like dimples. I have dimples all day long. Somebody might not like dimples. And if I find you,
And somebody may not like a bald head. Somebody may like the curls.
you know, if I find you attractive and you don't find me attractive, okay, cool. I'm gonna keep it pushing. All right, cool. Here's another thing, fellas.
Come
Learn.
on, Rory.
I didn't got all off the subject, Doc.
Come on, come on.
Learn how to accept no. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to get back on topic. Learn how to accept no. If you shoot your shot and she rejects you, it's okay. You don't have to come back. Well, I ain't want to talk to you anyway, you fat B, you ugly B. No. Okay, cool. Understand that you got something else going on. I'm not what you want or what you desire. Or I'm not what's attractive to you. Let me go on about my business.
Thank you because and I'm glad he brought it up because that was in my notes from last week. And one thing and ladies, y'all feel this too. And one thing a man does not want is somebody that's desperate. And you
Exactly.
cannot position yourself, and this is with any phase of life. You
Uh-huh.
cannot operate in a desperate spirit. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just put that in your notes. Chew on it. You'll get it when you get home. You cannot, and dealing with a man, and we pick up on it. We do not operate in desperation, and like Rory's just saying, men, we have to accept no because women don't like desperation. Don't be,
Exactly.
and it's sort of like when you're looking for a job. Another
Mm-hmm.
employer, he does not. People don't like to deal with desperation because when you're desperate, it's no telling what you'll do. And again, Rory, we don't want to get off topic, but I want you to put that in your notes. Okay, do not. You cannot operate in a desperate position. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do it. Put that in your notes. And I need you to underline. I need you to chew on that and let that simmer with you for a little while. Because desperation is so negative and is not how the universe works. We can't operate in a spirit of lack. Oh,
Right. That's right.
you feel me? You do y'all feel what I'm saying? You can and a lot of homework assignments I give to my singles when I'm dealing with singles is the book of Ruth. Ruth did not act in a spirit of desperation. Okay, put that in your notes. Desperate, you don't hear me. Caused. Again, good evening, everybody. Good evening. I want y'all tapping that screen. We welcome everybody. I'm Dr. Sim. That's Roy the Storm at the bottom of the screen. That's the man in that red shirt and that curly hair. I'm bald headed for a while. Okay. It's all good. And I hope you're taking notes tonight. So we're building a list. What makes a woman a wife? Respect us. Men
Respect.
translate love. Respect. The more you respect him, the more he's gonna love you. Hey, Zakia.
Okay. Somebody.
I need you to read the book of Ruth. This is not an exposition on the book of Ruth. Ruth did not act out of desperation. And maybe I'll pick up on it when we wrap up the show, but she did not act. Check out Ruth 1, 2, 3, and 4, just 4 chapters. But she did not act in the spirit of desperation. She simply told Naomi, wherever you go, I'm going. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. I'm tagging on with you. And Naomi was her mentor, her mother in law, and her mentor. So we'll deal with that in a little bit. Go ahead, Rory. What else do you want?
Um. So for me, it's just somebody that can listen. Somebody that can listen to me, and just sometimes I don't need. I just need a pair of ears. I don't need I don't need a coach. I like. I just, you know what, baby. I just need to talk. I need
Thank
peace.
you.
Peace is my biggest thing, brother. Peace. I've been married twice. My first marriage, man, it was not peaceful, and I found myself staying away more times than not, working extra shifts. Sleep. The last year and a half in my first marriage, we didn't even work. We weren't even intimate.
Wow.
I,
Let me
it,
say this. As
uh-huh.
he said, he just want peace. Let me say this, Auntie and Unicorn. We need you guys to listen. We understand respect is mutual, but I said, listen to what I said. I said the way men translate love is respect. Not that we're not going to give our women respect. Rory, you would never meet another man that's more respectful than Rory or myself. Rory is the king of respect. We're not talking dissing you, but I'm saying in far as relationships are concerned, a man translates love, and I told it to my couple this morning. A man translates love as respect. A woman translates respect and love as love. The flowers, the candy, etc., 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 etc. But to a man is not gonna really flip and do flips because of some flowers
Okay,
or a
she said.
box of candy.
She said, I think all the presenters are saying is true, but the pool of men is a major problem. Get a different pool.
What?
Find a different pool. I
Hello,
think get get
hello.
get out of the public pool and go to the exclusive private pool.
And another thing you may be missing to get the man you say you want. These are some of the things you need to be putting in your tackle box. If you're going fishing for a man, these are some of the tangible things you need to put in your tackle box. Okay. And like I said at the beginning of the show before Rory chimed in, as every woman is not your wife, every man is not your husband. Put that in your
Exactly.
notes. We're not here to
Exactly.
fight with anybody. We just giving you a recipe. We ain't here to fight with anybody.
Let's see. Shouldn't he already be filled with peace? Let me read that. Shouldn't he already be filled with peace, and she is picked by him to maintain that peace? Yes, but what I'm saying when I say be my peace, after I've been beat down all day, after I've worked in that attic all day, after I've dealt with ornery customers all day, I don't want to come home and fight you too. You know what I'm saying? I want to be loved on. I would love to come home and be loved. But and what you do, I'll reciprocate. You understand? See, now y'all are misunderstanding what we're saying. We're men here. We're not little boys. Y'all are used to dealing with them boys. And I hate to put everybody in the box, but this is what it is. This is going to be grown man talk, and your shoes might get tight, but oh well, we're here to help each other get better.
That's exactly right. Listen,
a little rough talk, or yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. If you can't handle a little rough talk, probably this isn't this. A lot of this ain't froth and fluff here. This is real.
Come up and hey, thank you, Cole. Come up 100 feet.
Yeah.
If you just said, and Rory is making it so plain. I am so proud of Rory. I'm going to give him his preacher's license in a little while in a couple of shows. Come up 100 feet. If you're saying the pool of men you're dealing with is all the same, you don't pick that up from us. So evidently, there's some different men that are not in that pool. What are you looking for? What do you want? And we're telling you tonight, there's a recipe. I just did a talk Tuesday. There's a recipe for greatness. There's a recipe for success. There's so many recipes that follow a certain pattern. And so to get the desired results that you want, there's some things you got to do. Now, to attract the man that you want, you got to do what that man wants and what he likes. We're telling you what we like.
Now let me piggyback off of what you said earlier, Doc, and what the young woman was alluding to. If you're having the same issue and you dated Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny, and all six of them don't know each other, right? Let's look at and you're having the same problem with six men that don't know each other. Let's look at what's the common denominator? What is it about you that needs to change or be altered so that you don't attract these men? Let's say you seem to attract men that are verbally abusive.
Right.
Okay. Then what's the common denominator? Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny, and Ralph, they don't know each other, but they're all verbally abusive. So tell me what it is about you that's attracting these verbally abusive men. I'm not saying this to down you, but I'm saying this to help you come up and choose differently. Right. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, but expecting a different result.
It's sort of like this, and when Kevin Samuels was saying it makes so much sense. It's sort of like we're laying out a job description to hire you to be our wife. Mm-hmm. Now, are you going to come into the office? We doing the interview. Are you going to sell me exactly what it is you do? And you want me to adjust my job description for what your skill set is. That's not how you look for a job or get a job. Your skill set has to match the job description. And it man, the light bulb went on for me. And it made so much sense to me. You applying for the job of my wife. Okay, so you need to know what my job description is. And it could be generic, but there's some different things I like. Okay. And the more we spend time with each other, we're gonna lay that out. Okay. But what we have to get in our spirit is I'm applying for the job of Rory's wife. I have to figure out what it is that Rory likes and what he wants in a wife.
Yeah.
It's not so much I got a checklist and we talk about that. I got a check. Okay, you have a checklist, but your checklist has to match the job description.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you're applying for a job and you have to know the Microsoft Office suite, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, Access, but you know another set, just Google documents. Well, you need to know Microsoft Office. Well, boss man, Rory, I just know Google Sheets. That's all I know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, bye.
You don't fit. If you go, so what is Rory's wife's description? So a wife for me, okay, y'all ask the question. I'm gonna give you the answer. I've been married twice. Okay, one of them fit the description. One of them didn't. Okay. Now both relationships I sabotaged. I'm gonna be all the way honest. I sabotaged. I was young and dumb. Okay. What I'm looking for now as a 46-year-old man, what I'm looking for now is companionship. I need a little bit of goofiness. If y'all seen the videos that I post, you know what I'm about. I
There you
like to
go.
have fun. I like to tell jokes. I like to work out karate. I'm just an all-around guy that likes to be in a place of peace. I said it before. Now,
Amen. I was divorced. Been divorced 2 years now. I was married 28 years. In a great relationship now, and she matches my job description. We're both nerdy. We did a lot of good stuff together today. We're both nerds, etc. And I got a set of criteria, and she. You know what I'm saying? And so you got, okay, is it super low? Hold on. Y'all turn your volume up. Is that better? Y'all turn your volume up. And so ladies, are you listening? Rory left us. He'll be right back. Ladies, are you listening? Taking notes. What other question do you have? Let me get him back in here. There.
okay.
Okay.
All right. So back to what I was saying though.
All right.
For me, it's peace. It's peace. I'm 46. I don't have time to be going back and forth. I don't want to argue. I got a 21-year-old son and a 19-year-old son. I'm trying to have some grandbabies. If you coming into the relationship with grandbabies, cool. I'll be step pop. I'm trying to go on trips. So, but to answer the question, what a wife like is for me is somebody that will play fight with me, that can handle her business in the bedroom, that is not afraid to get on the on the roller coasters with me when we go to Six Flags. That'll just be an all around. I desire a playmate for real. I need a playmate, Doc. I want a best friend. I want a
Hello,
I want my
hello, and what y'all also have to understand. You should be preparing, ladies. You should be preparing to be a wife. So the Bible only describes a woman, and I get a lot of flack for this. The Bible only describes a woman counting in three ways: an entrepreneur in Proverbs 31. So you should be preparing, and there are no classes for that. You should be preparing to be a wife. And what happens so many times, and Rory can attest to this, what happens so many times, you play the wife as a girlfriend.
yeah,
And then when you become a literal wife, you forget what you did as a girlfriend.
yeah, yeah. And
And another thing, we want to be attracted to you as well. I want somebody I'm attracted to. I want somebody that's attractive and I desire. Come on, somebody. We racing to the bedroom. That's
When you say
next
Doc, is
week.
crack me?
That's next week. That's next week.
There you
This
go.
question was asked for this week. That's next week.
So you have to tune in next week to get the answer to that. Jewel Diamond, thumbs down. That's fine. You can thumbs down all you like. We gonna stay spitting facts and truth. I'm sorry if you
Hey,
got a
Tina.
little tight. It's okay. You can be upset.
Oh, Tina. Condolences, Tina. Condolences, says condolences. Well, what do you want? Be patient. Just be patient. Message me, DM me, follow me. Let me make sure I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow you, Tina. Make sure you follow me back. Let me see. Follow me back. I understand. It's tough. It's this. Oh, this generation. It's tough. It's
So
tough.
what are y'all
It's
to
tough.
attract all this perfection? We're not looking for perfection. You know what?
No, say that loud. Say that
Not
loud.
looking for perfection. I think people are looking for people that are perfect for them.
You took the words out of my mouth. You took the words out of my, because I'm not perfect. I'm telling you
I'm,
that. I'm not perfect.
I'm right now.
We got a lot of gratitude.
I'm a heathen. I'm lame. I the only thing I really got going for myself is this dip. I'm not just playing. No, but on a serious note, I'm not perfect. Doc isn't perfect. Nobody in this room is perfect. And if you are, I call you a liar to your face. You know
That's right. And if you're perfect, you don't need to be in this live.
that's real.
We can't
Oh,
help you. If
that's
you're
it.
perfect tonight, we can't help you.
Right. If you're perfect, help me out. Shoot. I want to shout out Lynette Eileen. That's my baby sister. Thank you for joining us, baby. But yeah, I mean, so what if you find all that, but you're not ready? Then I wasn't ready. There was a point in my time where I found perfection, what my version of perfection, and at that time I just wasn't ready. I'm perfect for me, right on. I just wasn't ready. Immature.
That's
Uh,
right.
uh, Still want to wear the jersey. You know, still searching who for who I was. I am.
That's right.
Still
That's
trying to
exactly
find.
right. And another thing, somebody said earlier, and this is 1,000% correct. And Rory spoke to it. You need to be working on you and dealing with those things. If you keep attracting verbal abusiveness, for example, you got to deal with that in your life. You're going to attract who and what you are. And so if a man says, I want this, 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 and this, I have to be who I'm looking for. If I want somebody committed, guess what I have to be? Put that in your notes. We're saying it another way. And this is why working on you. That's why I do what I do. Working on you is a full-time job. I
Yeah.
don't have time to worry about Roy. Roy doesn't have time to worry about me. We got to stay in our lane, and we're here to help each other. But you have to be working on you, and that's what a lot of people. Number one, know what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to put in some work. And everybody that's making comments, how much work have you put in? I got a client. We talking on Sunday. And one of the things that I advocate is having a life coach, a counselor, a therapist. You need to be working on this on personal development. I advocate that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm jacked up right now. Like me and self sabotage, we walk hand in hand. Have been for the past 30 years. And I'm 46.
Amen.
If that'll tell you something about me, I'm king of self sabotage.
I'm
You
so glad you and I have met each other. I
know,
love TikTok. I love social media.
I will
Tina, get
mess
that
up.
notebook. Tina, get that notebook. Get your notebook, Tina. You can't come. There are no seats for the ladies tonight. This is for the men.
I will mess up something so good on purpose because why? I'm scared. I've gotten fearful of success, fearful of having a great relation. I've had great marriage. I've had great relationships and effed them up on purpose because I was afraid of being successful, afraid of, am I going to miss it something? Afraid of not getting my ego stroked. We're going to get butt naked tonight. Now, all y'all women in here, for the ones that are talking about, oh, y'all want us to be perfect. Y'all want this. Y'all ain't saying it. I'm giving you the raw, bare, naked truth. I'm taking the mask off. I'm letting you behind the wall. What I've done to myself, I feel like is irreparable.
That's right. Come on.
You know? So I will back away for somebody that is getting kind of close. Or I feel like I'm being crowded. Man, she's getting kind of close. I need to what this
That's
is
right.
uncomfortable for me.
That's
I
right.
zone that I like to maintain.
Right.
And that's been my biggest problem. Throughout the
That's right.
years, I was afraid to step out of my comfort zone.
That's right. Amen. Thank you, Zakia. And Cole, to your point, a young man asked this question. And that's why you have to know what you want. You have to get clear as to the kind of person, the kind of woman that you want. And it's important for men because the young man asked a question last week. And we'll deal with what makes a man a husband. We'll deal with that next week. But tonight, we need to kind of pull the shade back and let the women see the Oz, the Wizard of Oz. What exactly do we
Yeah.
want? And we listed some things. And I'm going to put this on our YouTube channel so you can go back and listen to it. We're specking out the job description because a lot of women are looking for a man,
Hmm.
but they are looking for a man that doesn't exist. You say in a certain type of man, but that certain type of man want a certain type of things. Come on, somebody.
Right
Come
on.
on.
Right on. I hear. So the question was put out. Uh, what are y'all? What are y'all bringing? Pretty much, what are y'all bringing to the table? Type of deal. What are you doing?
I hear
Uh,
you, honey.
for all this perfection, you know. And I could clap back and be like, well, what are you doing? I see. So I see a lot of. I watch a lot of TikTok videos, and I see a lot of women on these dudes that we would think, Doc and I would think, would be the standard of perfection. They're well put together men, handsome men.
Right, right.
I call them sexy, flexy dudes. they got they, they got the dreadlocks and the muscles and the tattoos and all greased up and the six packs
Yeah. You see,
and
I
all
keep
that,
my shirt on. Our shirt is on.
right? You know, and I see the women talking about, oh, this guy, I want this guy, I want that, I want this, but these guys don't want me, whatever, whatever. If there's something that you want, why don't you put in the work to get it? Hey, Angie, how you doing? Put in the work to get it.
That's right, Sylvia.
You know,
Amen.
if
You
if
got to
if
put in some work. A lot of times, and both sides are saying the same thing. What are you bringing to the table? And Rory, what I'm not hearing
Mhm.
on TikTok is commitment and love. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of all that other stuff is surface. Because somebody just scrolled up and asked, well, what about a lot of time men go for the looks? Well, that's a piece of it. But when
Mhm.
we dig deeper, we want something deeper. We want, like Roy said, I want somebody to make me laugh. I want somebody I can lay my head on her shoulder and just snuggle up with and love on her and get loved on. I love that. Come on, somebody. Come on, Sneaky. Come on in, Sneaky. Sneaky is here. There he is. I invited him. Sneaky is on his way in. He made it. Come on, Sneaky. There he is.
Marriage and relationship. What they say? Marriage and relationships have turned into business arrangements. Unfortunately, you are absolutely,
You're a
you are
1,000% correct. You're a thousand
absolutely.
percent. And so, a question, men, the men that are here, I want you to chime in. Men, how much work are you putting in on you? Rory has checked that box off. Rory has hired a life coach. Sneaky has hired a life coach. What work are you putting on you? Because if you say that you're ready for that woman requires some things. Okay. And we're going to talk about what makes a man a husband next week. We wanted to start here this week, but next week we're going to show enough get on up. But Sneaky, come on, talk to us. How you been, Sneaky? And what's
What up?
going on in
What
Sneaky's
up?
world?
Well, first of all, I love you guys, and thanks for waiting for me. And Pookie Bear says not enough. I agree. We'll talk about that in a second. It's been a beautiful day. Obviously I had to work 12-hour shift. Everything went good. I didn't have to hurt anybody, and nobody hurt me. There you go. That comes from a professional shooter. I did not have to do my job. Um, but
Oh,
it's
so
great.
tell us this. Open up with this. Open up with it. And you touched on it a little bit last week.
Mm,
What is it about Miss Kim that you that makes her your wife? What makes her your wife? What makes you love her? What is it about her that just you get excited to see her every day? You miss it when you ain't around her. Can't wait to get back home to her. What qualities does she have that a man needs in a wife?
this is going to sound kind of weird. Now, this is from a man that's been married for 30 plus years. The, ooh, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it went away years ago, when we were young, dumb, and full of. Anyway, what makes my wife now is her, brace yourself, her essence,
That's
her,
good.
her stuff. Everything about her makes her wonderful. She doesn't realize it. And then it has to do with how she puts up with me, how she endured the sneakiness over the years, to get us to where we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just her. It's her
Yes, sir.
essence. It's, she's so valuable to me that she doesn't realize it. She is so selfless and such a beautiful person. She's a beautiful woman, but she's a beautiful person. It's not the same thing. It's not the same
I
thing.
understand.
She will do more for others than she does for herself. Now, don't get me wrong. I am the ultimate provider. She can have what she wants. If I can give it to her, she can have it. She doesn't even have to ask. But she gives more of herself than she asks from people. That's what makes me love my wife.
That is Theo Sneaky. That is so awesome. Pookie, chime in. How you doing tonight, Pookie?
I'm good, my brothers. How's everyone tonight?
Man,
Good.
it is so good to see you,
I'm
Pookie.
good.
Man, how's everything in Chi-Town?
It's starting to get cold.
I know that's right. Man, chime in with us tonight. What makes a woman a wife? What is it about your wife? And I've heard you do several TikToks how you just applaud your wife and you talk so kindly about it. You were on my talk show several weeks ago, man. And what is it about your wife? What is it that you look for in a woman, Doc?
Well, we have been married nearly 20 years.
Yes, sir.
And
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you. And one of the things that I appreciate the most about her that I think every man should look for, um, I don't have to battle when I come home. I can spend my
Um,
day
I,
out in the street hustling, grinding, fighting these dragons to get the money, provide for my family, keep, whatever I have to do. But when I come home, she allows me to decompress and not battle with her.
Pookie.
Ladies,
We
did you
don't.
hear that? Now that's the second time you heard it. The third time, because I said it. And Pookie, say it louder one more time. You can come home and kick your shoes off and relax.
Yes. Now the thing is, I know a lot of ladies will say, I've said this before, and a lot of ladies will say, well, I have stuff to say to you, and we got to talk about stuff. Yeah, and just like anything else, sometimes you have to pick and choose the right time to talk about that. Unfortunately, a lot of the brothers that I know that have problems with what they call combative wives is that they pick the wrong time to talk about the things that need to be talked about. Just like they want us to read the room and understand what they need, want, and desire, we need them to read the room as well.
Oh
I
God.
can come in the house and be stressed the hell out, and she can read it. She knows it, and she knows that's not the right time to bring up whatever I'm going to bring up. And not saying that she has to live in her house and walk on eggshells. What that's saying is that she has to be able to read the room just like I have to be able to read the room. If I come in and I see her in a state, I know this ain't the right time for me to be bringing nothing up or trying to
Yeah.
get nothing from her or do something with her. I know. So
Well,
I
to
saw,
your point, Black Widow, real quickly, guys. Good evening again, everybody. Y'all tap that screen. We got 16,000 likes. Let's go to 45,000. Black Widow, to your point. We're answering a question a young man. This is the platform for men. So we are answering a question a young man asked last week. He was so sincere when he asked it. And from I deal with women, I deal with men. I'm a pastor and a life coach. So I'm hearing women asking what it is that men want in us. What does a man want? You know what I'm saying? We're answering the question. So it's not like we're just like other platforms talking about what women should do. But if you're asking, I want a husband. If I've been asked that one time, I've been asked it 1,000 times. I'm ready for my husband. What do I do? If you're looking for a car, if you're looking for a job, you got to have the right amount of money to pay for the car that you want. If you can't buy that car, you got to go down a little bit. Or if you're going to wait, you got to go up a little bit. The bottom line is you got to work. We got to work on each other. We got some work to do.
hmm
Come on, Sneaky.
hmm
All right, this is going to be two parts. First thing, let's go with the car analogy and back to my wife and her essence. When I bought that Kim, all right, when I bought that Kim, I was more concerned about the interior and the dashboard. I didn't care what the body style looked like because I don't look at it, I drive it. You see what I'm saying?
man, come
I
on.
want to be comfortable. I want
Say
everything
it
in
again,
reach. I
Phil.
want the
Say it
lights
again,
where I want
Phil.
the lights. You know what I'm saying? I might want an 8-track. I don't care if you got a CD player. I might like an 8-track anyway. But back to what Pookie was saying. Peace. We ladies, that man wants peace. When I wake up with my wife, I can't tell y'all what y'all do. I can tell you, I can only talk about what I do. When we wake up in the morning, you know what we start our day with?
What do you
Good
do?
morning. How did you sleep? First two questions out of both of
Yeah,
our mouths.
yeah.
Good morning. How did you sleep? From that point, we do whatever we do that day. She might be cleaning the house. She might be out getting her hair done, her nails done. She might be shopping. She might be doing a whole bunch of nothing. And I might be at work. It says new because I just went back into the workforce. But when I
Okay.
come back, my daughters and my wife was like, "How was your day?"
See,
It wasn't, "Baby, listen to me. Baby, this happened." She was like, "How was your day?"
right.
Because she knows I have an issue with a certain person at work that I'm working through. Because I'm military. This is my first official civilian job. This ain't jump how high no more. This is I got to work through counseling and understanding and communication and feedback. Now, all the stuff I learned, I actually have to apply with these civilian people. But I have one young lady I'm having issues with, and my wife's like, "Well, how was your day? What happened?
Amen.
Did you resolve it?" Blah. So she's more concerned. Once again, she's selfless. She's more concerned about, was my day successful? Did you eat? Yeah, baby, I ate already. Oh, well, there's a plate in there if you want. You see what I'm saying? You come home to peace.
Man, listen.
And that is way
Can I
more
add something to that?
valuable. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but I wanted to add something to that.
Come on, Pookie.
Ladies, listen. It's men do want sex. Let me put that out there. Men want sex, yes, but
We talked about that a few minutes ago.
let me tell you something. When I come home and I'm highly frustrated, a lot of memes and a lot of young people will say, "Yeah, girl, you gotta, do this to him, do that to him, sex him up real good and take that frustration out on him." Let me tell you something. A real man that's out there doing that work would much more appreciate you calming him and soothing him in other ways.
There you go.
Now, I come home and I'm frustrated. I'm laying on the bed and my wife will come and put her hand on my head sometimes and just say, "Peace, be still." That's all she'll say.
Come on.
And let me tell you something. That carries me further than any orgasm she could ever give me.
Oh,
Come on, Pookie.
And if ladies, if y'all want a man to take care of everything, pay all the bills, keep you covered, keep you protected, keep you provided for, you have to give him something that's going to carry him from A to B, not from A to A.1. You got to give him something that's going to carry him through the week. And when she hit me with that "peace, be still," man, I'm like Popeye on the spinach, boy. I get back up and I'm ready to roll again. But and look, afterwards, I'm even better. I'm a better sexual partner after you calm my spirit and calm my nerves. I don't want to have sex with my wife when I'm mad at the world. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Sassy.
Sassy. I hope you heard what Pookie just said, because Sassy just said, and I think that was her handle. She said, "Well, what if he's bringing chaos in the house? I'm trying to give him peace. What if he's bringing chaos? Ask him. Say, baby, come lay in Mama's lap and let me rub your head and talk to me. What's going on? You. What did Rory just say a few minutes ago? Y'all don't understand how much power y'all got.
They don't.
Samson, Delilah was able to cut Samson's hair off by putting him in her lap and rubbing his head. And I don't know what she did to cause him to fall so asleep that they put a razor to his head and he didn't even feel it. Come on, somebody.
Come on now.
Doc, they don't get that Samson analogy. They don't get that. Because everybody think that Delilah cut Samson's hair. Delilah didn't cut Samson's hair. Delilah soothed him and calmed him so somebody else could come cut his hair. Now you tell me how the strongest man in the world could get so calm in a woman's lap that another man could come in the room and cut his hair. That's power. That's power.
Ladies, Ladies, we need y'all. I hope you realize that tonight. We need you. And somebody is being sarcastic, and Rory already took care of them. Somebody being sarcastic. Well, why y'all talking about this in a men's room? Because y'all want us I'm telling you what it is that you can do to get my attention. I'm ready now. I haven't done the work. I want you to. This is what I want: A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
Yep.
You
I'll
can't
tell you
come
this,
to
if
Mm-hmm.
I
me.
may.
You can't come to me saying, "Well, I'm just bringing L. If you don't like it, just quit it." Okay,
Let,
See.
let me throw this in. Ladies,
come
you
on.
do not understand how valuable it is to be able how valuable it is to feel this way. I can't wait to get home because I'm tired of this bullshit. As a
Mm-hmm.
black man, not just a black man, as any man,
Mm-hmm.
it's a battle when you leave the house. You got to compete with opposing views. You got to compete with
Come
the
on.
world. You got to
Boy,
compete in the workplace. You got to compete. Men always are competing with each other.
always.
You got
Always.
someone
Mm.
mad at you for this. You got somebody trying to beat you at that. It's just
Yep.
competition. Hell, there's dudes trying to take your woman. I've been married for
That,
30
Uh-huh.
that
years, and you still see people my wife look
Oh,
good.
hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It never stops. And you never realize, ladies, how valuable it is to just have the mindset of, after I get done with this bullshit, sorry, Doc, get done with this bullshit today, I can't wait to get home where it's peaceful.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's it.
Well,
I,
look, you
I,
got to be patient. You have to be patient. Again, I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna let Rory come in. I'm gonna say it again. Every woman is not your wife, and every man is not your husband. You got to be patient. Come on, Rory.
so you've heard it 4 times now. Pookie Bear, I don't know Pookie Bear can of paint, but he touched all over everything I said at the beginning of the show. I don't talk to Sneaky Phil on a regular at all. He touched on everything I said at the beginning of the show. The only person that I had conversation prior to this show was Doc,
That's right.
Wow.
and we didn't. And he asked me, and I told him peace, and we left it at that. So if you don't hear anything else,
Thank you.
okay, you don't hear anything else, take away with you this peace. Be that man's peace. Let that man decompress. We want somebody that's going to let us be us. Just let me be.
Yeah.
Come
I don't.
on.
There was a time when in my first marriage, I
Okay.
would I would work doubles. I was a corrections officer.
I feel you.
Rather
Amen.
stay at a prison full of stinking ass men
Come on.
rather than to come home and be with a combative woman.
Hell,
Wow.
I'm gonna see what you said, and I'm gonna double down on it. When I was married, it had gotten so bad, I didn't want to go home. I would do everything I could to stay, make trips, etc. And now I can't wait to get home. It's a shift. You know what I'm saying? To Rory's point. And ladies, again, if you don't hear anything else tonight, and I'm gonna put the replay up on our YouTube channel, peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Come on,
I'll tell you.
Yellow Bull is in the building. Goldie is in the building, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. We flew him in. He had a late flight, so he's in the green room. He's lathered up. We done fed him. We done gave him some peanuts, a RC cola, and a moon pie.
Oh my God! Now I just got fat just listening to all of that. Fatter, I should say, not just say fat, fatter. Gentlemen, let me apologize first by the lateness. When work calls, and there's nothing you can really do about that. So I apologize for the tardiness. I know I'm coming in on the very tail end of a few subjects, but the one word I did hear when I tell you peace. When
It's
you're in the mid
priceless.
and I don't know if anybody touched on this. Like I said, I'm coming in late, but I am going to say this, gentlemen. For those out there that have a combative relationship where one person has to win or one person has to submit to the win, and if you know, you know,
That's right.
the moment whenever there's a storm around you, the first thing that you should always do is be still.
Mm-hmm.
You say that again.
In the midst of any storm, wherever the storm is, the first thing that you should do is be still.
Amen.
because
Amen.
when the father looked out across the bow and saw the storm coming and everybody was panicking, all he said was, "Peace, be still."
Take a
So
time.
if you can be still within your own peace, the storm will circulate around you, then leave. The one thing I have definitely learned in my 52 years of breathing this air is that when things start to get bad, when things, not even in your relationship, but just in life in general, jobs starting to go bad, your car starting to break down, bills are starting to come due, neighbors getting on your nerves, a dog didn't peed on your favorite parachute, whatever the case may be, it is time for you to simply be still,
Be
because you're
still.
doing too much. And if you're doing too much, you're missing very important key elements of what you can do to stop that storm. But if you're moving at the same speed as a storm, you're
Yeah.
gonna miss things.
And I'm gonna tell you something else, E. Johnson, and the spirit a lot of women have in this room, that some of the women have in this room. They're always looking at it. Well, hey, you supposed to be my piece too. See, you're missing the point. You gotta not think about yourself for a moment. What the fellas just saying? It's not about you right now. You say you want us, and we need peace. We're gonna give you what you want if you make sure that I'm good. See, love is a two-way street. I need some help. I talked to a couple this morning about this very thing. You need to take a time out. The reason you're not getting the results you won't be quiet. You won't be still. I call it the hush anointing. And I'm telling you ladies something right now. Some of y'all talk entirely too much. You are so ready to get your point across. You can't be quiet. You can't hear us. And this is an issue. We'll deal with us. We've been dealing with us for 21 episodes, and we're going to deal with us again next week. But tonight, a young man, we had to answer this young man's question. He said, what makes a woman a wife? And all these TikTok we seeing now, these women are busting it down and dancing and going down on their knees and rocking there for 10 seconds. That's fine. But that's not what we really want in a wife. That's fine. If you can drop it like it's hot and bounce up and down and all that's fine. But what did Phil say when he was looking for Cadillac Kim? He was concerned about the interior and the dashboard. Oh, come on,
There you go.
somebody.
Now I ain't gonna lie, Doc. She can be peaceful, but
Now I go to the car show. I watch the cars drive by at the car show. That's just not the one I'm driving.
hey, now, it helps. It helps if she can twerk a little something too.
Oh, you heard Pookie say we love SEXX.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Not a
Nothing
thing
wrong
at
with the
all,
shiny
bro.
paint job.
Hey,
I'm just
hey,
saying.
hey.
Okay,
Oh Lord.
Yvette R. Keys. What makes us weak? Because we're honest. Because we're willing to be vulnerable. Because we're willing to be weak and we're willing to open up our hearts and minds and souls and give.
See, I don't call that weak. I call that
No.
open. And people aren't used to seeing men being open. They're not used to seeing men being able to talk like this and be vulnerable, because I got no pride. You know what I'm saying? I got no pride. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. If it's not
Oh,
that woman in there, I
my
don't
ego
care.
small now. My ego
Yeah.
is small
Yeah.
because Goldie has helped me with my golf swing, and it's so many lessons here tonight. Because time he talked about peace. One of the things we battle on the golf course is hitting a bad shot, and our emotions go all over the place. But he said, Dr. Sims, we had a lesson on the phone last week. He said, Dr. Sims, you got 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
That
You have 10
that
seconds.
bad golf swing, that bad putt, that bad shot, 10 seconds. Okay, analyze and keep it moving.
There you go.
Got to calm down, relax, breathe.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, relax.
even if we want to take that lesson from the golf course and apply it in our relationships, in dealing with the wife or the wife dealing with the husband, you have literally 4 minutes. There's 84,500 seconds in a day. Do not waste any more than you have to. So I'm gonna give you 4 minutes. Give you 4 minutes. If we can't come to calm from the level of heated to a level to where we can discuss some things at a calm level, you have 4 minutes. If we can't get to that level within 4 minutes, then we're going to table this. We're going to table this until one of us is able to talk. Okay.
Goldie, I to that point, and I give my couples, I gave it out today in homework. I call it a no judgment room. But keep going with your thought, and I'll talk about it in a minute.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then with that said, you cannot store the energy. By the time you're having this conversation or disagreement, whatever the case may be, you cannot take that same energy to bed.
Yeah.
Because the moment you take whatever energy you got stored up or whatever energy you're discussing, whatever the case may be, whatever energy that you have at that time, and you take it to bed, when you wake up, that same energy is waiting for you. That's why they always tell you never go to bed angry.
And you haven't rested.
Not at all. Your heart is still bumping. Even in your dreams, even when you go to bed and you dream about it, your heart rate will elevate. So you cannot go to bed with that same energy. The rule of energy is never created or destroyed. It's only transferred. So when you transfer that energy from your sleep realm to the next day realm, you have accomplished nothing.
Yeah. And you have to go if you really want something. And Planet, I know Planet is putting in and interjecting. To your point, Planet, message me and make sure you follow me and DM me later. But go where the man you're looking for, go where they hang out. The type of men we're talking about, we're working. We go to the grocery store. We on the golf course. We at the library. We at the movies cause Halloween Ends comes out next week. I'll be at that movie with my boo-boo. Okay. We go to places where the men you want hang out. We're not in the clubs anymore. We're not at the strip clubs. We ain't at the pool. We are not doing those kinds of things. We're simple. We're simple. We do what we do. Okay. We do what we do. We're simple.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, some women still want the bad boy, and you get what you asked for.
You get what you
We
asked.
talked about it last week. Our good guys boring. We talked about it last week. Go to our YouTube channel, BlueTableTalkForMen.com, and it'll take you to the YouTube channel. Episode 20. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
We're not. If you want to fight now, that's role playing in our playtime. If you want to fight, we can do that in role playing. But for the normal, I'm not fighting. 4 minutes. That's all you got. I got that. I took that note down, Gold. You got 4 minutes.
You got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I got 5 on it.
A 1 round heavyweight bout is 3 minutes. The men after those 3 minutes, Rory, you can attest to this. At the end of those 3 minutes, you got spaghetti legs. You ready to sit down. You're exhausted. You are tired because you have exhausted every energy within those 3 minutes. Now just imagine if you're trying to argue for 4 minutes.
Oh,
you
wow.
Got 4 minutes. Just think about that 4 minutes. You got
That's
4
good.
minutes.
I'm jotting that down. That's good. That's good, Goldie.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you were gonna go ahead. You got 4 minutes. You got 4. You got.
He sucked it up my soul.
Listen, I stand true to that. I don't to this very day.
That's good.
With my wife and I have been married 26 years. I cannot recall ever us having a knockdown, drag out fight where one of us did not calm down within that time span. And then after
put this in your notes. Put this in your notes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If there's a fire, somebody got to bring the water.
Somebody.
That's true.
Somebody.
This is what I want to say. Now I remember.
Go right ahead.
Remember I said many things that went wrong in my marriage I caused, so I can accept that, and I have matured. But I used to argue and talk to win.
Yeah.
Now, I discuss to understand,
Big facts.
and it took me years. It took me years to get to that. I can listen to anyone talk about any subject. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like what you're saying, but I can listen and understand. I was having a conversation with a young man at work, and he was talking guns, and blah, blah, blah. He was going that route. And after he explained everything, he said, well, how do you feel? I said, you know what? I see how you came up with that philosophy.
Yeah,
I didn't ignore. I didn't say I
I,
liked it. I didn't
I
say I
gave.
disliked it.
I
I
told
said,
somebody that the other
I
day.
see how
Yeah,
you came up with that. There you go. I can acknowledge that I understood what you said and not have to freaking start any kind of controversy by saying I don't like it or I disagree. No.
I gave a
How do you
client
feel
that.
about that, Phil?
Yeah,
I understand where you're coming
yeah.
from. There you go.
Then I gave a client that Monday night. I said, quit arguing with people. Quit trying to prove yourself.
Yeah.
If you're doing a certain thing, you got a particular budget, for example, and somebody that's less financially responsible or obligated as you are, and they say, "Man, I can spend this on this," and say, "You know what? I understand how you can do that, and keep it moving."
Hmm. Yeah. That's it. I don't
Right.
argue with folks unless I want to. Sometimes I spin up shit just to be an asshole. But
Yeah,
if
yes,
you
you
know, if
do.
it's
Yes,
some,
you do. Yes, you do.
but there's a time and a place for everything. And
Right.
like if I'm at work, I'm not talking politics with you. I'm not
Right.
talking religion with you. I'm
Right.
not talking any at work. We're at work. We're here to do something. Now, if you want to spill your guts and talk about an uncomfortable subject, I'll listen to you. But when you want me to chime in, I'll be like, man, I understand exactly how you came up with that thought process. Let's go do what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do. I'm done.
So Phil, to that point, we just got a question from the room. How do you deal with immature men then? How do you deal with immature boys that haven't come into that awareness? Because our brains don't fully mature until we're about 30. So you can
Mhm.
Google that and fact check me. Okay. So how do we deal with immaturity? Or when did the light bulb come on for you guys? For us, when did the light bulb come on?
The light bulb came on for me. It was like a freight train. I had been screwing up, military and this, that, and the other. And one day, what was I don't even remember what I was doing, but it was like I stepped out of myself, looked at myself, and said, "What the f are you doing, man?"
Mm.
And my eyes opened.
Mm.
You're screwing up. Dude, what are you doing? It was like I was talking to myself, but I wasn't. I'm not wackadoo, but you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Right.
And it just hit me. And I'm not perfect. I still got some, I'm gonna say nuances. I
Mm.
still
Right.
have some things that I'm working on,
Mhm.
but
Okay.
I'm working on them with my wife instead of working on them by myself against my wife.
Oh, that's good.
Man.
That's good. So
Yeah.
how do we deal? How Goldie? How did you teach your sons? Rory, how you teaching your son? How do you dealing with maturity or the
Lord.
Uh,
lack thereof?
so uh, let me start by saying generational curses are real.
Amen.
Um,
Okay.
so uh, I never learned about relationships from my father. My
Okay.
father learned about relationships from his father, and I'm willing to bet his father never learned about relationships. So I kind of had to find my own way. You asked the light. Um, you asked when the light came on. For me, it came on when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
To
Mm.
that point, I chose to stay in the dark. I
Oh
chose
wow.
to be. It's getting ready to get deep. I chose to be in the dark for a long time. I chose to remain immature, uh, out of insecurity, out of egotism. Uh, but I knew, that I was being a dog. I knew
Mm.
what I was doing was wrong, and
Come on.
so as I gotten older, it came to a point where, well, hell, I didn't done so much dirt for so long. I'm not even deserving of anybody good.
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
And then I saw somebody talk about childhood trauma too. I at times I feel like I don't deserve. I've done so much wrong in my life for so
Come
many
on.
years.
Come on.
I feel like I don't deserve anybody that's good in my life.
Mm.
Wow.
So that's another part of the hesitation for me.
I got you.
That's good. That's good. And that's why this room
Wow.
is here, this safe space for Rory, because Rory is gonna get there on our watch. We're working with Rory.
Facts.
I check in with you every other day, don't I, Rory?
Yes, sir.
And we're just saying that for the flow of this conversation because we are, and you fellas know where I'm going. We are our brother's keeper.
Big
Yes,
facts.
indeed.
So part of the maturity is realizing we need help. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And my light bulb came on especially after my divorce. I realized as much as I teach and preach relationships, I wasn't good at it.
Mm.
We try hard to be the level best at what we do, and sometimes we fail at home. And now I'm better today than I was 2 years ago, 30 years ago. You know, and the reason I go so hard with these men because I realize my shortcoming.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no judgment here. There's just
Not,
understanding here.
not one. No judgment
Yeah.
at all.
And that's why I go so hard with these men. And like Roy said, we don't even know each other.
We don't.
Yeah, we do.
We
And
really
We just
don't.
haven't met.
We just, yeah, we have. Well, that's true too. Yeah, we haven't met. That is very true.
You know, and we talk about. Let's circle back to what makes a woman a wife. You want to be my wife? Help me through my trauma.
Yeah. See, you're still trying to get to that peace. It's still the same thing.
And it all circles back to peace.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I'm not asking you to be my mama. I'm not asking you to be my counselor. I'm asking you to be my friend.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror, men and women. Look in the mirror. Ask this question. And I need you to be serious right now. Ask this question. Am I a peaceful person? Look your hand over your life. Come up 100 feet and look down on your life. Do I bring peace or do I bring chaos?
Hey, Marie.
Dude, I was terrible. But I have my vacuum. All right.
Understand.
Things get on me so bad. My wife was like, "Come here, baby. Put your head right here. Just let it out." She's like that. Okay. I've put so much on that woman. Dude, she's outer space. She has so much vacuum. And I can't see myself without that woman. I can see myself without a lot of women. But I can't see myself without that woman. I wouldn't be the person that I am. I would not be here right now without that woman. Not without a woman, without that woman.
Come on now.
That woman. Your rib, that woman.
My wife, yes.
Again, good evening, everybody. We got 26,000 likes. I want to get to 45,000. I want to hit that screen. We want 45,000. We got over 150 people that have remained in this room, and we started at 5 minutes till 8 tonight. And we're in overtime. When Rory said it this morning, this is a 90-minute show.
Yeah.
Today we might go 2 hours because we just got a hubby here. And I appreciate Minister Rory. I appreciate Minister Rory saying, and Minister Rory said, if you don't hear nothing else, and I just had a litany of things I wanted to talk about, but Rory pushed the point tonight. Where he is in his life, he needs peace. I don't want to fight with nobody unless we're playing. I don't want to fight with nobody.
I'm too effed up to be fighting, and I like to fight.
Yes, we're not getting in the ring with him either. He's literal. He's literal.
Exactly.
He's literal. I'm getting close to the camera. He's literal. We're not fighting with him with his 6'3", 155-pound self.
Yeah, I'm coming in the ring with a baseball bat aiming for shins. Period.
I did mention I'm a professional shooter, right? I don't fight.
Right.
Hey, and I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Let me put a disclaimer right here. I don't hit women. I'm not a woman beater. But I've been in positions. Boy, I wish y'all could have been flies on the wall in my first. My sister's in here, and she can. Lynette, stop me when I'm lying. My first wife was a doozy. And I came home and I called people in my, hey, look, y'all come get either her or me because one of us is going to jail. So I know what I can tell you all day long what I don't want. You know, Lord help us all with that one. Yeah, she knows.
Hello. Hey, great. And let me say this. Let me say this to Rory's point, and I don't want to gloss over this. And the fellas will back me up. The whole reason we're here, none of us are worthy of love, but we sure need it. And Rory, I don't care, and you know where I'm going, Rory. I don't care what you've done. It has made you the man that you are today. And I'm telling all three of y'all right now, if I ever have to be in a foxhole, I want it to have four sides to it.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So I would be in a foxhole with y'all. And Rory, I don't care what you've done. I'll be in a foxhole with you.
Big facts.
Yeah, man.
Big facts.
Yeah, man.
Big fact.
Look, and I got experience in foxholes, baby.
You and me, hey, you and me both, Sneak. You and me both. You and
Come
me
on,
both.
Ranger. Come on,
as
Ranger.
a member of the chair force, we just send in the air support. We don't do foxholes.
We need that too. We need that too.
For us Air Force people, when everybody talk about going out in the field and roughing it for us was no room service. So
No room
forgive me, forgive me.
Oh
if we
yeah,
don't
Goldie, you are a
participate with that.
trip, Goldie. Again, good evening, everybody. We are talking tonight. What makes a woman a wife? And the biggest thing tonight is we talked about respect. We talked about somebody that I'm attracted to, somebody that knows me, somebody to go to bat for me. But the biggest thing tonight is a woman, is a wife. What we want in our wife is somebody that brings us peace and help calms us down in this chaotic world in which we live. When we come home, we don't want to have to fight with a woman that we share the same bed with in the evening time. You know what I'm saying? Goldie, what else
Yep.
is on your heart tonight, man? Talk to us about relationship, man. What makes Scarlet Scarlet Yellow Bull?
Well, I want to answer your question that everybody else had answered. What made me realize, what was the light bulb moment for me? When did it happen? For
Yes,
me,
sir.
it happened. Thank God, it happened early. I was 23 years old. I was 23 years old, and I was getting out of my first marriage.
Wow.
I realized at that time, and I was only married for 18 months. Okay,
Right.
at that time when I got divorced from her, or we separated, I
Okay.
then realized, and I prayed about it and everything like that, and I stood in front of the mirror and I said, I am someone's husband. I just wasn't her husband.
Mm.
Okay. I realized at that moment that I am husband material. I am that dude. Okay. I realized at that moment that my standards, my wants, my foundation was a little bit better than the next person's. And I wanted to make sure that the next woman that I introduced myself to understood that all of these levels that you're getting, there's no playing in it. I don't. I there's no my last name is Williams, not Mattel. There's no play games over here. You
Thank
understand what I'm
you.
saying? It's that is the way it was for me. And not 26 years later, I think I'm doing something right. But in the
Yes,
same
sir.
stroke, I told my wife in the beginning, I said, I thank God for you because you're my breath of fresh air.
Amen.
Breathing all this crap, I needed some assistance in breathing. When you're in a plane and it's going down and them things drop from the sky, you need assistance in breathing. And then you have to take care of yourself first before you can help someone else. So
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
always told her, I thank her. I thank God for her that he was sent my way. My list had her in mind, and I just had to be still.
Hmm.
And when I became still and let everything come to me the way it was supposed to come to me, I could then see and understand that the woman that was sent my way was for me. So that's my breath of
Amen.
fresh air. But like I did say, I'm married to a Trinidadian Gemini. Whew, whew.
I know that's right. I know
He
that's
just
right. Give us some parting thoughts. Give us some parting thoughts.
he just sent her to me. He didn't give instructions. So
And
that
hello, somebody. Hey, my wife, on point, real goon. My wife said, "What is explain of a wife?" I don't fully understand that question. Rephrase that question. But fellas, next week. Episode 22. What makes a man a husband? That thing gonna get deep next week for real. We got some experienced brothers in here tonight, and it takes a real man to be a husband. It's a huge responsibility, and a lot of men aren't ready for that responsibility. They know what it entails. Like Rory said, I chose to be in the dark. I made a choice, a conscious choice, because it's a huge responsibility being a husband. It's a lot. It's a lot.
mm.
That's gonna be a good conversation
Yeah,
because
it
a
is.
lot of
Real
people
good
don't.
conversation.
A lot of people don't realize what it takes. Hell, I didn't. I
Mm-hmm.
got married. I'll save it for next week. I got married at
Yeah.
19. I'm
Wow.
56 with the same woman.
Mm.
I didn't know what it took. But we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cream, I'm gonna start Tuesday. I'll pick a time Tuesday. On Tuesdays, I'm gonna have my daily show, my motivational show on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. But I'll put up an advertisement for that and I pin it to my profile. But we're here every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. We went into overtime tonight. 'Cause this was good. This was good. Goldie, give us some parting words, man, before we get out of here.
Well, personally, once again I apologize, gentlemen and ladies in the crowd, for coming in late. Like I said, when work works, work works. So, but in order for us to come home to find that peace, we also have to have peace within us ourselves. You
Yeah.
can't be a radio. You once again, I'm an analogy person, so I like to give these analogies. You could be a field of wheat blowing in the wind,
Mm-hmm.
but when a tornado comes through that, you see the path that it left. Can you withstand the wind, or are you going to be that path? I like to believe that when you come home from a storm, that's whatever life is serving you out there, you don't need to be a tornado versus a hurricane. You need to have some kind of field of wheat, something to be relaxed in. You don't want to disturb that field. So, are you at peace within yourself? And if you aren't, how can you find peace when you're not at peace?
That
So, gentlemen, be at peace first. Find your peace first before you go out looking for the peace that you so richly deserve.
that's right. Thank you, Yellow. Thank you, man. I'll be seeing you in the morning.
Be well.
Phil, give us some parting words.
Well, I'll say this. There's a distinct difference between wanting to be married and wanting to be together. There's two different things there because the marriage takes work. Now, I know this
That's
is the
right.
Blue Table Talk for men, but ladies, there's two parts to a marriage, two people coming together. Neither one of you can do it by yourself or you're going to fail. As opposed to
That's
just
right.
wanting to be together, go out, mess around, come back, and then, have some makeup sex and y'all mad at each other, but you're going to stay together. That's not a marriage.
That's
That's
right.
not a marriage. And that's also not valuable in my eyes. Some people like that stuff, but I'm not one of them. When the light bulb opened my eyes, when the light bulb lit up, I had to say, Phil, if you want to stay with this woman, you got to do some work too. You
That's
can't
right.
be on a wing and a prayer. I can't be out here doing this and baby, 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 go out doing this and baby, 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 because it was too much on her. And you can't get that peace when you're worried about getting caught in a lie, gentlemen. All right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're out there doing some shit, you can't come back to peace because you're still trying to keep your crap from, you see what I'm saying? It doesn't
That
work.
that's for next week. We talk about that next week. I
Okay.
love
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Hold on to
Yeah.
that for next week. That's a great
Yes, sir.
point, my friend. Love you,
Yes,
Phil.
sir. All right, man. Take care.
Come on, Rory.
I'll circle back to peace. Um, I call myself the storm for a plethora of reasons. Because my life has been turmoil. There's good parts. There's been peaceful parts of this storm, but ultimately it still is a storm. Storms do two things:
That's
storms
right.
clear paths and storms cause destructions. I've been on both sides. I've cleared paths. I've caused destructions.
Amen.
Destruction. There's always rebuilding. And one thing my stepmom, my mom number two, always told me: every time you get knocked down, I don't never have to worry about you because I always know you're going to bounce back. There is a bounce back. I shared my heart with you guys. There is a bounce back. Uh, I don't know when that bounce back will happen for me, but there is a bounce back. So if anybody's in here, and I'm going off subject right now, if there's anybody in here that's going through something, that's down a rabbit hole, that's in the dark right now, just know you need to keep moving forward. It may be bleak. It may be dim. You may not see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you
Yes,
do
sir.
see it may be a small flicker. Keep pressing toward that flicker. Because everything you want, everything you desire is on the other side of that tribulation. I love
Yeah.
you all.
Yes. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, Rory. That is good, man. You see why I hang out with these brothers? You see why brothers? The challenge I have for you tonight, it goes back to the question I posed to you tonight to ask yourself. Am I peace or do I cause the storm? And somebody asked, well, how do you be a man's peace? What are some tangible things you do? Pookie touched on, all the men touched on it. If I come in and I'm in a huff and I'm in a puff, you need to read the room and say, listen, come here. And sit on the couch or lay on the bed, lay down, lay your head on my shoulder. What's going on? Give that man a time to express himself and to vent. What's an example of a good wife? Look at your mom if you had a good example with your mom, and maybe not. Look at within your family. Some good examples of a couple, a strong couple. Look in your community. Look at President Michelle and Barack Obama. Look how they carried, and look at how they're carrying on. They just celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary. It was on Instagram. Check out the Obamas. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for those positive comments. We don't do negativity in this room. We'll mute it, we'll block you, etc. It's the hush anointing. If you really want to listen, you really want to grow, it starts here. If you need further help, go to my bio. I have the ability to have subscriptions now. And in the very near future, we're gonna start having an after party. Well, we'll fellowship, we're gonna party, we're gonna fellowship, we're gonna cut up, and we're gonna continue the conversation at the after party. So that's gonna be for members only. So that we're working on that. But again, ladies, we don't have room for you at this table. And we don't have conversation with you at this table. This is for the men. And a young man asked a question last week. What makes a woman a wife? And once I calm down, I want to be attracted to you. But what kind of professional help have you had out of all of your relationships? And somebody threw out, well, what makes a woman a wife is a low body count. Well, that to your point, how much work have you had after each relationship you've been in? One of the questions I ask my clients, how many serious relationships have you been in? I call it a relationship analysis. I'm taking somebody through it right now. Let's do a relationship analysis. Let's do a love analysis. Let's do a stress test, a love stress test on your heart. Many people, men and women, yes, thank you, Tamiko. Many men are in and out of relationships and have not sought professional help. Women as well. What kind of professional help have you had? Are you completely healed enough to bring somebody into your world? What kind of help? And that's what I'm here for. I help people. And like Rhoda said, we don't go to husband school. We don't go to wife school. And we flounder around breaking hearts like bulls in china shops. We breaking hearts and breaking people's spirit and breaking trust because we really don't know any better. And if I sound preachy, I sound preachy. But I could not let Rory say that tonight without letting him know I don't care how far you have fallen down. You cannot fall so low that the hand of God can reach down and pick you up. Come on, somebody. I love grace and mercy. I was telling my client, I didn't want this to be a preachy show per se, but I can't help talking about my best friend. Come on, somebody. Okay? Let me see what you said. Most of the time when I express that men do not say I newly divorced and refuse. Well, Tang, we'll pick that up next week. We about to get out here. We'll pick that up next week. Okay, come next week. Next week we're gonna talk about what makes a man a husband. I know everybody gonna be chiming in for that. If you want to pick up the former shows, go to bluetabletalkformen.com and that'll take you to the YouTube channel. What's up, Bishop? What's up, Oscar? Oscar, this is gonna be on the YouTube channel. This is going to be on the YouTube channel. And Cream, so thankful for all of your comments tonight. But thank you, Amanda. This is for the men. But ladies, if you will listen, Rory said so eloquently, we're giving you the secret sauce. And women, if you are there, if you are ready, be honest with yourself. Am I ready to be a man's piece? That's the takeaway tonight. What makes a wife a woman? A woman that's ready to be a man's piece and all that entails. And we'll talk about what makes a man a husband next week. Are you really ready to be a woman's protector? Thank you, Cream. Yeah. So the takeaway tonight is, am I ready to be a man's piece? And I know you got so much going on in your own world that you really don't have a room. You don't have room to be a man's piece. You got it going on. You got the world by the tail. Okay. Amen, Tanya. Well, come next week. We'll be here next week. Amen. Well, keep being patient. Just keep being patient. And love has a way of biting you. Thank you, Big. Thank you, Big. Love, I'm telling you, thank you so much. I'm telling you, love, it'll sneak up on you. We'll talk about that at the after party. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all stay tuned and watch my channel, watch us, and we got so much in store. I am so excited, but we went into overtime tonight, and thank y'all for hanging in there. We still got well over 100 people, but we're very conscious of your time, and thank you for being here. These are real conversations. These are real conversations. We are authentic. We're transparent. We're here to help the men. And parenthetically, the women get blessed by the fallout. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah. Everybody stay blessed. We love you. We appreciate it. Hey, Persephone, we love you, appreciate you. And remember, as we always say, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.